Welcome to another edition of Action Video Game Talk. Actually, this is going to be a short edition of Action Video Game Talk because from this point forward, I'm not going to be doing these long episodes. I'm going to do single ones for each additional topic instead. So, for this one, to come back, let's talk about something that just got announced. Call of Duty World War II. And yes, the first obvious thing, this is going back to its roots, going back to World War II. And the nitty-gritty stuff, the actual campaign, is going to be focused in the whole Normandy... Am I saying that right? Normandy? But the whole World War II thing, going back to the World War instead of going further ahead, that's something that a lot of people were pissed off about with Call of Duty because of Infinite Warfare was in the future with spaceships and space battles. It's like, dude, this is coming from the same type of people who loved Halo. Only you're getting sci-fi stuff with war. Either way, war is going to be fought across time and space. You're going to be having ship battles no matter where you are, whether you're in air, in the sea, in space. War doesn't matter where it's taking place, it's going to happen anywhere. But back to this World War II, just like days ago, this got, well, actually more than a couple days ago, this was actually leaked that it was going to be World War II because there was a image revealed that had like the guy with his hand on I guess the butt of the weapon looking at the camera. And you can see some kind of reflection in the eyes, although sometimes it's not always clear, but this was leaked that it was going to be World War II going back to its roots, which it hasn't been to in a long while, since maybe World at War? But let's, the obvious things that I already said, it's going back to the roots of World War II. Also, we know it's going to be out November 3rd. Those who pre-order, well, currently pre-order through like PlayStation 4 and probably some other stores like GameStop, you can get access to the private beta that's going to happen. And this is just going to be multiplayer beta. So I don't think it's going to cover any campaign stuff, unless, of course, some of the backgrounds that you're going to be battling on might be part of the campaign as well. And as per usual, there's probably going to be some other PlayStation exclusives too. I think they still have the deal going on where the map packs hit there first. But they did also announce two different editions for Call of Duty World at War II. Well, so far two. One is the standard edition, which is about $60. Okay, we know that. One, actually, I should say that there's more than that, but that other one is called a Pro Edition. And from what I've been seeing, it's saying that it's only at GameStop where this Pro Edition is, but I don't know. There might be other places that could be doing something like this. But the Pro Edition includes the game itself, the Season Pass, a collectible steelbook case, and some additional bonus content. And that's going for about, I think it's like $99.99, so about $100. So that might be worth it, especially if you're able to get your reserve on this thing. Now, as far as digital versions, of course, we got the standard basic digital game for about $60. And instead of calling it the Pro Edition, it's a digital deluxe edition. Includes the base game, season pass, and bonus content. And then the season pass itself is actually listed for about $50. So by going with the digital deluxe edition and or the Pro Edition, you are saving maybe more than $10. Yeah, roughly about $10. So it's a bit of a save. Now, there was a big old video reveal with the actual trailer and stuff, and then there were some talks with some of the people making this. But that stuff I probably won't even bring up here, but the fact that so many people were so pissed off with Infinite Warfare because it's taking place in the future, and everyone was so gung-ho about Battlefield 1, and now we got Call of Duty World War II, which apparently Activision is hoping that people get on board with, because I don't know if there hasn't been any announcement so far for the next Battlefield game, so fingers crossed, hopefully we don't have to deal with that many tons of shooters this year. The year after might be a different thing altogether. But knowing these Call of Duty games, there'll probably be another mature game, of course. But with the private beta, it's most of the time it's going to be for those who pre-order in stores. It's going to be a code that prints towards the bottom of the receipt, hopefully in the bottom of the receipt, and it'll give you instructions to go to like a callofduty.com/beta to go there and enter your code and your stuff and info and stuff and what system, stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, I am glad that Activision and actually the studio that's doing this is Sledgehammer Games. Activision is throwing in some bits here and there, I guess, but including the marketing. But I'm glad that they're going back to the older stuff, back to what more or less put them on the map was the old actual war stuff. You know, World War II. I kind of wonder if they're starting over with World War II as far as this thing, and if they aren't going back to like Black Ops or Modern Warfare, just going to like World War II, it's like, would the sequel to this be World War One, or maybe would they try a World War III, or would they just go maybe like Call of Duty Vietnam? But then again, Sledgehammer Games is the one doing this one, and we know I think it's like 3 different companies make 3 different games throughout the timelines. So it's like, this is Sledgehammer Games. So what's the next one going to be then after this? Is it going to be another one in the past? Is it going to be further in the past? Or are they going to stay within the lines of this time period? But anyway, let's hear your guys' opinions on this Call of Duty World War II reveal. And hopefully we'll get more info later on. I remember hearing that they're going to be revealing more stuff throughout the time between now and release. So hopefully there's some good stuff. Oh, and one other thing I forgot to bring up. One of the multiplayer things that they did reveal, Nazi zombies. So yeah, here we go. We're going to be shooting some zombies that are Nazis. Because apparently every freaking game still needs to have zombies in it. Why? I don't know. We apparently need to have zombies in everything. Well, maybe not quite everything so much, but still, Nazi zombies. I mean, they had that in World at War, I think, but... Oh, and one other thing I forgot to bring up is that I know some stores are going to have some pre-order exclusives and stuff. I know that GameStop, while they have them, do have little actual hat caps for you for if you got your pre-order in time while they still had some. They have these little ball caps that says Call of Duty WW2, and on the sides it's like Sledgehammer Games, and it's like this military green style. So if you're wanting to get some of those, you might want to get your pre-order in and see if they still got some of these in stock. Let alone if they still are doing the pre-orders for the Pro Edition, since those are probably going to be limited edition, and I do mean limited. So, yeah, until next time, bye.